Hey collective, welcome to the channel. This is Ascend With Me Tarot. My name is Dawn. If you'll notice, I have two decks here. What we're going to do is we're going to have a conversation between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, okay? So this may or may not be your story. You'll have to use your discernment to decide. But what we're going to do is this is going to be the masculine's energy. This is going to be the feminine's energy deck. And we're just going to go back and forth and kind of see how you guys, what y'all want to say to one another. You know, if you're talking or not talking, we're going to get to the higher selves, what the higher selves want each other to know about the other. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to shuffle through both of these decks as I say my prayers, and then we'll see what's up. Father God, Holy Spirit, beautiful archangels, ancestors, higher beings, thank you so much. I please ask that you please bring forward the Divine Masculine's energies into this deck. Ask that you help me to tap into the messages between the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine to bring the highest healing, truth, clarity, confirmation, encouragement, or enlightenment for whomever these messages are for in the collective. Thank you, Spirit. Archangel Michael, I ask that you please place a white light of divine protection around my energy, the energy of the collective, the energy of this reading. Archangel Raphael, please clear and connect our heart chakras to your healing energy. Spirit, please bring in the Divine Feminine's energies for this deck. Thank you, Spirit. Help me to receive the messages that the Divine Feminine would like to let the masculine know, or what her feelings or thoughts about the masculine may be. Help us to bring in truth, clarity, healing, confirmation, and encouragement. Thank you, ancestors. All right, amen. Before we get started, let's see what's on the bottom. Okay, of course, this is Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine, Ace of Cups. What's on the bottom for the masculine? Okay, betrayal. So this is what you guys are going through, I feel like, individually, or this could be what happened in the relationship. I don't know, but Divine Feminine, you're showing up with the Ace of Cups. That's self-love, okay? That's unconditional love. That's hope. This masculine, he's in this energy of the Ten of Swords, but he feels like he's been betrayed, like he's lost some happiness, okay? Maybe, you know, he feels like he may have betrayed himself, his own happiness. I don't know. But let's go ahead and see what's what here. All right. Before we pull, I want to pull each of your individual energy. Okay, so I want to pull the energy that the Divine Masculine is currently in. This is outside of you, Divine Feminine. This isn't, you know, this is just the energy that he's carrying within himself, or what he's, you know, going through in his own life right now. And we're going to pull the energy of the Divine Feminine and what energy she's carrying currently, okay? One more shuffle and then we'll see. All right, Spirit. So what is the energy that the Divine Masculine is currently carrying within his personal situation or life here? Stuck. The Hangman. So he's feeling stuck, Divine Feminine. Okay, that's why I was feeling like he feels like he's betrayed himself. He's betrayed his own happiness. What is the energy that the Divine Feminine is currently carrying in her energy? Your desires, inspiration. You're in the Ace of Wands energy, Divine Feminine. You guys are both going to receive freedom, though. I feel like, you know, you're free. You're both free in some way. Okay, or this masculine, he's going to be claiming his freedom soon. I feel like it's freedom from the karmic contracts, freedom from oppression, freedom from betrayal, okay? But Divine Feminine, you're carrying this energy of inspiration, so you may be inspiring your Divine Masculine, or you're just, you know, living your own dreams right now, being inspired, going after what you want, okay? Is what I'm seeing. So we're going to actually do it like this. Y'all bear with me as I kind of play around. All right, so we're going to start and ask, how does the Divine Masculine think that you perceive him? This is how he thinks that you're perceiving him. How does this Divine Masculine feel like? What does he feel like the Divine Feminine? Okay, look, Hangman on top of Hangman. He knows that you know he's stuck in something, okay? He knows that you see him clearly. He's carrying the energy of the Hangman, and he knows that you're seeing it, okay? Maybe you warned him of this. I don't know, but he knows that you see that he's stuck. How does he want you to perceive him? How would this masculine like the divine feminine to perceive him? Changing. He wants you to know that he's changing. He's stuck though, and he knows he's stuck. Okay, and he knows that you see that he's stuck, right? Double hangman is some pretty stuck energy, but he wants you to see that he's changing. That's what he wants you to see him as, going through the towers, going through some changes. Maybe, you know, he actually is going through the changes through the towers, but he's not able to let you know, or you know, he feels like you're not paying attention. He's got a lot of love for you. King of Cups on the bottom here. Okay, so divine feminine, let's see. How do you think the divine masculine is perceiving you? How do you think this divine masculine is perceiving you, divine feminine? How do you think he's perceiving you, divine feminine? Confused. You think that he thinks you're confused, but you're not, right? So you think that he's looking at you. Maybe you think he's looking at you as just another option even, right? This is how you feel like he's perceiving you, like you're just an option or that you're confused. How do you want him to perceive you, divine feminine? How do you want your masculine to perceive you? So that's what you think he perceives, but what do you want him to perceive about you, divine feminine? That, you know, you're creative, you've got good news, that you want him to see that you're good news. You're sad, though, divine feminine. You're holding on to sadness about this, okay? So let's see. Let's see how the divine masculine actually does perceive you, divine feminine. Okay? Let's see how he actually perceives the divine feminine. This is what you want and what you think, but what is his actual perception of divine feminine? What is his actual perception of this divine feminine? How does this masculine perceive the divine feminine, like actually perceive her? Heartbroken. He knows that you're heartbroken. He knows you're holding on to sadness. Yeah. That you want a fresh start, a new start, okay? So he actually sees that you're heartbroken. How do you actually... So divine feminine, this is how he thinks you perceive and what he wants you to perceive, right? But how do you actually perceive the divine masculine? How do you actually see this divine masculine? When you... Knight of Swords sideways. It's like you want to believe he's being authentic, but you're not sure. Right? You're not sure if he's telling you the truth or not. Okay? That's how you actually, it's like it's like you want to believe that he's going through the tower. You want to believe the things that he tells you, but you're not sure what to believe in a way. So you kind of took a leap of faith on yourself here, right? You're in this energy of the Fool. A fresh start, divine feminine, taking a risk on you, baby, okay? So let's see, this is how you're seeing one another. So let's see where Spirit says each one of y'all are actually at here. And then we'll get into the conversation between the two. But I just want to see where you guys are and how you're seeing one another, okay? So where's this divine masculine actually? I mean, he's stuck. I mean, he's carrying this energy of the Hangman being stuck. But that's also an energy of you got to be stuck before you become enlightened, right? So it's like he's been stuck in a certain thing for a while. But that's so he can become enlightened. That's what he's working on. Maybe that's why he wants you to see him in this tower energy, feminine. Like he's going through some changes. But he thinks that you just see the stuck energy. That maybe you don't see his changes. You don't see, you know, the work he's doing on himself. And maybe you don't see it. I don't know. But well, how does Spirit view this masculine? Spirit's looking at this masculine. Telling the masculine, don't take opinions personally. People can only understand things from their own level of perception. This could be speaking about you, divine feminine. Maybe you have a certain perception of this divine masculine that's not correct. Okay? And Spirit's telling them, you know, maybe you're not giving him credit, or you're, you know, it's like your opinion of him, it's bothering him because you don't see the changes. You're not recognizing, you know, him trying or something. So Spirit's coming in and telling this masculine, don't take your Divine Feminine's opinion personally. She can only understand to the level of perception. And her level of perception is only, like, her perception is skewed about this masculine because of the things that he's hidden from her, right? The things that he's not allowing this feminine in on. So it's like he's hiding information from this Divine Feminine, but then he's feeling all out of sorts whenever the Divine Feminine, you know, has an opinion about him, is kind of what I'm getting. So he's having to work through that. And you know, not to take things so personally when it comes to, you know, what he thinks his Divine Feminine thinks about him, or anybody else for that matter. Okay? Where is Divine Feminine at? How does Spirit see the Divine Feminine currently? How are they looking at you, Divine Feminine? 101, you're caring for your overall health, and it's a necessary tool on your journey. You're learning to love yourself first. That's that Ace of Cups energy. So, Divine Feminine, this is where you both are on the journey so far. The masculine is having to learn not to care about what everybody else has to say or think about him or his journey. Even you, Divine Feminine. And you, Divine Feminine, you're having to learn to take care of yourself and to love yourself, and not to feel like this Divine Masculine's meant to come in and, like, fulfill you. You're whole without this masculine. Y'all's love is timeless and it's epic, but it's because it's because it's a genuine love. It's not a love that's based on circumstance or you know, bartering of energy, trading of energy, right? There is an energy exchange that happens between you guys when y'all come into an alignment, but it's a pureness. Okay, it's pure. It's not I love you because, or I'm going to do this because if you do that. Like, it's not about that. It's just a genuine, pure love. It's soul level love between you guys, whether you're recognizing it currently or not, right? So let's go in and clarify these cards real quick. I'm being drawn to see what's going on. All right, so let's see why this masculine could possibly be in this Hangman energy, Spirit. Maybe he told a lie, or you feel like he told a lie, that he should apologize for something, Divine Feminine, and he's being stubborn. Okay? So that's why he's feeling stuck. He feels like he betrayed himself. He betrayed his own happiness. And he's just he's having to work through that. But why is this masculine carrying the energy of the Hangman right now, Spirit? Why is he carrying the energy of this Hangman, please? And thank you. Why is this Divine Masculine in the energy of the Hangman? He's being super defensive, stubborn, okay? He's standing his ground, or he feels like he's standing his ground about your opinions, Divine Feminine. So, you know, but it's keeping him stuck, because it's like, Divine Feminine, he feels like your perception of him is off. It's skewed. But it's because of what he's been holding back. And so even if it is skewed, I mean, I feel like you're perceiving him pretty well, because you see him as the Hangman. You see what energy he's carrying, but maybe you don't know the ins and outs of that energy. And he's being super defensive about giving you these answers, okay? He's being super stubborn about it. So that's why he's in the Hangman energy, because he's being defensive. Okay. What's going on? So let me get another deck. So this is going to be the masculine's deck. I'm splitting it so I can stay in your own energy and I don't get y'all's energies confused. So we're using different decks for each one of y'all, okay? So we can clearly see who's who and what's what without confusing the energy here. Because you guys are so intertwined energetically that sometimes, you know, when we're doing these readings, like, sometimes when you're hearing about an energy, you can be like, well, that's my energy. Is it my energy, or is it my masculine's energy, right? Because y'all are intertwined, so a lot of the times y'all do share energy. You carry a lot of the same energy sometimes, right? And so it can get confusing. So that's why I'm trying to keep it as separate as I can, so we can get down to some healing here and possibly some answers. But what's going on with the Divine Feminine? You're being inspired right now, Divine Feminine, or you're inspiring your masculine or other people. I don't know. King of Swords. You got okay, you're inspiring this masculine energy. He's studying you right now. He's in his head about you right now. He's in this King of Swords energy, okay? He doesn't have to be an air sign. He can be any sign, but he's just embodying this King of Swords energy, which is kind of paying attention to you. being inspired by you. He's still kind of ready for a fight, though. Look, he's at the edge of his seat. He's like ready to argue with you. That's that defensive energy. It's like he wants to give in, but he's just being so stubborn, I'm hearing. He wants to argue. He still wants to argue with you, Divine Feminine, and I don't know why, but we're going to find out what's up. You received okay, you feel like he offered you something sneaky. I feel like you feel or you know he was being manipulative, okay, tied to this karmic deceitful energy, and he tried to offer you something, but it came with a price. Okay, it came with a price, and you are not willing to pay that price, Divine Feminine. So you went off in a direction of self-love, and you didn't accept that offer, is what I'm getting here. And whatever that was, he knows it broke your heart because you recognized it was tied to some devil energy. And that's why you think that he thinks you're confused about something, but you want him to see that, look, I know what I'm talking about. I got some good news. I've got some, I don't know. We'll see what that is. Let's see. So the Divine Masculine, we already saw, like, this is why he's stuck is because of the Seven of Wands. But Divine Feminine, why do you see him in the Hangman energy? Why do you feel like he's stuck? Why is Divine Feminine feeling like this masculine is the Hangman? I mean, because he's being stubborn, right? And because, yes, he's refusing to apologize for something. He's being stubborn, and he's not wanting to apologize for something. He's not wanting to correct this energy, right? Opinions, don't take opinions personally. People can only understand things from their own perception. It's like he's not wanting to talk about it. So he's being stubborn and defensive, and that's, you're waiting for him to, like, tell you or talk to you to help you clear up this perception that you know, is triggering him. But he's being stubborn, and he's not having this conversation or not telling you a truth about something. Instead, when he comes at you, he's coming at you as like this King of Swords, ready for a fight. At least that's how you're seeing it, okay? But he's actually going through a lot of changes in his life right now that you're not aware of. So he's in the Tower. Why is this masculine currently in the Tower, Spirit? Yeah, he's carrying a burden. He's carrying some burdens that he don't want to tell you about, Divine Feminine. Okay, it could be anything from like an addiction or just other responsibilities that he just don't think that you will understand. So instead of like telling you about these burdens and like apologizing, he's been being very defensive, keeping himself stuck, and by doing that, he broke your heart. Maybe that's this offer, right? He was trying to offer you something, but he's still being sneaky and was tied to a devil energy. So you sensed that, right? You sussed that out, and you denied his offer. Even though it broke your own heart, you didn't take this offer because you know that's why he's carrying the burden of this devil energy. And instead of like seeing it and like admitting something to himself, he's just worried about how it's like he's trying to, instead of taking responsibility for his defensiveness, it's like he's trying to almost shift the blame on you, Divine Feminine, like it's your fault or something. I don't know. Look, we got Three of Swords. He's heartbroken just like you are, Divine Feminine. You're both heartbroken here. But he sees that you're heartbroken. Because, yes, things have been out of balance between you guys. Maybe he was given, to a situation that was causing him a burden. And he didn't tell you about it. He didn't tell you something about a situation he was carrying that was burdensome. He tried to keep that from you, and you sensed the out of balance energy, and it broke your heart. But that's why you were not sure, can I trust him or not trust him? This was coming out sideways. It's like he was telling you half truths. You know what I'm trying to say? Not the full truth, but half truths. Okay. Yeah, but you're recognizing what you need to recognize about this. You're seeing clearly, Divine Feminine. Even if he doesn't want to admit it, or he feels like your perception is skewed, you are seeing clearly. And this masculine does want victory with you. He really does. But let's see. So You think that he thinks you're confused. What do you think what are you thinking he thinks you're confused about? About the Page of Wands, which is this exact energy. It's like you think he doesn't see you in this energy of the Page of Wands, or it could be about a child even. I don't know. It's some good news. He thinks, maybe you think that he, he thinks, hold on. Let me get one more on what is the Page of Wands. What is this Page of Wands? Because this is like how you want him to see you. What is the Page of Wands? Yeah, as the Ten of Pentacles. You're the good news, Divine Feminine. You're the stable person. You have a lot to offer. But it's like he doesn't, yeah, the Ace of Pentacles, you're going from the Ace to the Ten of Pentacles. This is you, Divine Feminine, right? You might have to start from scratch, but you're going to end up at the Ten of Pentacles every time, no matter how many times you got to start over. You're the good news. But you don't think this masculine recognizes that about you. And, right? It's like you don't think he sees you clearly, that, hey, I'm more than capable of starting from scratch and getting to the Ten of Pentacles. I'm the good news. I'm creative. I'm passionate, right? It's like you don't think he sees you in that light. But I think he actually does. Okay? Or he's about to. If he don't now, he's about to. Right now, he's just looking at, feeling like he took something from you, or he was given to. It's like he knows he broke your heart because he was given to more than one situation. Okay, that's this burden he was carrying that he wasn't telling you and isn't apologizing to you about. Right, that is causing some trust issues here. But let's see. This is how you're really viewing the masculine. So how's Divine Feminine? Clarify the Knight of Swords. Why is the Knight of Swords here? And how the Divine Feminine views this masculine. Because he is your Ace of Cups. You have a lot of love for this masculine. You just don't know if you can trust him. So you had to be the Fool. You got the Fool on the bottom of both of these decks, right? You had to take a risk on yourself. You had to start focusing on self-love. No matter how much you love this masculine. Right? You have an Ace of Cups for this masculine, and that's how I feel like the love between you guys is genuine, but the trust is what's been lacking. The trust and the ability to communicate with each other without, your walls up, without feeling like you needed to protect yourself from one another. That's what's been the issue here, okay? Is what I'm seeing. So let's just see what y'all want to say to one another. Okay, let's have that conversation now that we kind of figured out what was going on with these two, Spirit. What do they want to say to one another? What does the masculine want to say to the Divine Feminine? What does he got to say about... I want to know what he wants to say about these burdens, because he's going through some towers right now. He's learning how to lay down some burdens that he hasn't been able to have the strength to talk to you about yet. He was defensive about these burdens with you in the past, and he realized his defensiveness is what got him stuck. But there's a tower in that situation, so that means something's changing. What does he want to tell you, Divine Feminine, about that situation? What would he want you to know? I can't ignore the signs that I'm receiving any longer. So he's getting a lot of spiritual signals to talk to you or something here, to drop his defenses. He's getting a lot of signals from Spirit to face this tower and lay down these burdens. And he wants you to understand and see that, he can't ignore this. He can't ignore these burdens. He can't ignore, this secret or what he's been trying to carry. He can't ignore it anymore. What do you want to tell him about that? Okay, so you're telling this masculine, you are special to me even though I told you otherwise. It's easier to just stay away right now. So maybe you ran away from your masculine, Divine Feminine. Maybe you act like you didn't care about him. Okay, because of what these burdens were. Because of his defensiveness and his inability to, tell you the truth. You acted like you didn't care, like he wasn't special to you. And so you created distance between y'all. You started focusing and you started pouring that cup, that Ace of Cups, into yourself. And so you got this masculine over here feeling like, you know, you don't care when you actually do care. You're just not, you're not with the bullshit, right? So he's receiving some type of signals. I feel like, let's see what the signals are telling him. What are the signs telling this masculine about? What are these signs he's receiving, Spirit? What are they telling him? What are these signs he's receiving? That he's got to make a decision. He's got to make a decision. He can't juggle these burdens and this divine feminine at the same time. He's going to have to choose if he wants to be happy. He's got to make a choice. That's what the signs are telling him, okay? So that's what's happening here. He can no longer continue to carry these burdens and carry this divine feminine at the same time. There's a miracle that's about to happen between you guys. Angel of Alchemy, a miracle. And it fell between you guys. So expect a miracle, both of y'all, okay? Both of you guys should expect a miracle. Look, please don't lose hope is on the bottom. Don't give up on each other, I'm hearing, okay? So there's a miracle that's taking place in this connection. This masculine is, you know, he can't ignore the what's causing his burdens, and he knows he's got to make a choice. Feminine, you're over here with your guard up. You're trying to be tough, okay? And you're acting like you don't care, and you're just staying away. You're trying to keep your distance from this masculine. I think you're doing that because it hurts too much, right? It's like, in order for you to be able to focus on pouring that cup of love into yourself, you've needed distance from this masculine, okay? You've needed space. You've needed, you know, you needed to put up your walls and convince yourself that you don't care, right? In order to get through it. So what else does the masculine want to say to the divine feminine? What else does this masculine want to say to the divine feminine? I am stuck in visions of us together. He's not letting you go, divine feminine. But because he's afraid to lose you. I'm afraid to lose you. So this masculine, you're heavily on his heart and mind. Those are the signs he's receiving, right? Like these, he's probably seeing your name everywhere, hearing your voice. When he's sitting alone in a room, he's hearing like he hears you talking. I'm getting that's spirit. Okay? But yeah, he just keeps getting these dreams about you, and he doesn't want to lose you, divine feminine, and he feels like he may have already lost you because he's being stubborn. And maybe that's why he's in the King of Swords energy. Maybe when he comes in, it's not that he's ready for a fight to fight with you. Maybe he's ready to fight for you. Maybe that's what it is. That's why he's the King of Swords on the edge of his seat. He's just waiting for like the green light for spirit to say, all right, go after her. Go fight for her. And he's got his sword. He's ready to jump up out of that seat at a moment's notice when he gets the green light to come fight for his feminine, I'm hearing. So let's see, what's holding him back right now is drama. The drama that's going on between you two. And the drama that he's been kind of carrying in that tower. Those are the burdens. So he's been carrying a lot of burden, a lot of drama with others. That's been holding him back from being able to come towards you, divine feminine. Okay. Let's see what's going to give this masculine the green light. Let me see. Spirit, what is going to give this masculine the green light to come after his feminine, to come fight for his feminine? How's he going to know he's got that green light to go after his feminine, Spirit? Whoa. Childhood treasures are going to resurface. Cast away out of your depth. Yeah, okay, so we might have to cast away these childhood treasures that have resurfaced. Something from his childhood has resurfaced, and he's going to cast that away. Okay? It's time to become a great leader. So he'll know when it's time, when he gets rid of these childhood treasures that have been resurfacing, which are these burdens that are in the tower with him. He's got to cast them away. He's got to let go of those things in order to step into his power as a great leader. Elizabeth and the Lion, okay? So when he's able to do that, when he's able to cast away those childhood traumas or people or patterns that he's been holding on so tightly that's been causing him a lot of drama and burdens, when he casts those energies away, that's when he's going to move towards his feminine. He's got to realize he's not a victim, and neither are you, Divine Feminine. You're nobody's victims, okay? What does Divine Feminine want to say to the masculine? I think the Divine Feminine just wants the masculine to give her recognition, to see her strength, and to see, you know, her capabilities here. That she can go from the Ace of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. She's made of some tough stuff, and she brings good news with her. Okay? She wants this masculine to show that he believes in her. That he supports her. But what do you want to say to this masculine? What does Divine Feminine want to say to this masculine? What do you want to say to this masculine, Divine Feminine? You're scared of rejection, Divine Feminine. That's why you got your walls up, and that's why you're acting like you don't care about him, because you're afraid of him rejecting you for another, possibly. I long for your kiss. You want him to know you miss him, that you love him. You're scared of rejection, so you put your walls up. You act like you don't care. You created distance, Divine Feminine, but really you long for this masculine. Okay? You might not show it to the rest of the world or anybody around you, Divine Feminine, but if you search your heart and get real with yourself, you know that's the truth. You've put your armor on, though, because you're afraid of rejection. And so that's something you're going to have to, you know, recognize within yourself and just accept that, yes, that's true. Okay? Like, I love my masculine. And you know, I'm putting up my tough walls because I'm afraid he's going to reject me. I'm afraid that he's going to choose another. I'm afraid that he doesn't want me. Whatever it is. I'm afraid of our trust issues. Whatever you're afraid of, because you don't trust him, but you do love him. You know? Is what I'm seeing. Neither one of y'all understand each other at this time. The way neither one of y'all have been able to really see each other. Like, you got to look at each other under the, like, underneath. Look at the underneath of this, under the surface, right? You don't understand each other when you're looking at each other on the surface level, but when you look at each other's soul, each other's heart, and you get out of your own trauma, your own insecurities, your own walls and fears, then you're going to be able to realize that you were seeing each other wrong. Like you were both maybe projecting on each other here. Your own energy. Alright, but that's what I'm seeing, and that's what y'all want each other to know about one another. So what else does masculine want to say to Divine Feminine? What else does this masculine want to say to the Divine? I remember every detail of that day. I feel like this is the day y'all split up. Or the last day y'all saw each other. He says, I remember every detail of that day. What do you want to say about that day, Divine Feminine? It's time for me to heal now. But maybe you didn't realize that because it was trying to come in reverse. So it's almost like, Divine Feminine, you needed this, whatever happened that day between y'all, whatever this breakup was, this separation for you guys has been, it's because you, Divine Feminine, God was giving you this time to go and love on yourself, to focus on yourself, to heal and recognize, you know, to pour that Ace of Cups into self. And I feel like, you know, if y'all's separation had happened, right? If y'all hadn't have went your separate ways, then you never would have started investing in yourself. You would have continued to sit in that energy of mistrust and trying to fix it and going crazy, not knowing should you trust yourself or not trust yourself. Should you trust him? Should you not trust him? You would have just kept in that chaotic, energetic cycle. So y'all needed to go your separate ways because you needed to heal, Divine Feminine. Him too. Y'all both needed to heal. And that's what you're telling this masculine. It's like you're recognizing why things have happened the way they have, Divine Feminine. And he's just, it's like he's kind of, that's that stuck energy. He's stuck on what happened between y'all. But you're like finally getting to see under the surface of why that happened between y'all, right? But I think he's about to go through a tower, Divine Feminine. He's going to have to recognize some burdens because he wants to be happy. He's going to have to face the truth. He's going to have to face the truth here in order to be happy. And it's a truth that he's been mentally conflicted about, that he's tied to a karmic. He's tied to a devil energy that's been causing a lot of drama. He's going to have to make a decision to follow his desires, to get justice for you and him as the lovers. That's how he's going to be the emperor. He's going to have to come out of this illusion and reveal some type of secrets and find his balance. See you. He's going to have to see you clearly, Divine Feminine. Okay, as this Temperance Page of Wands energy, in order to be set free from his own trap. He could be trapped due to finances or something. I don't know. There's a King of Pentacles that could be like this Magician energy that, has been trying to keep him stuck. But anyways, what else does he want to say? What else does he want to say? Just being near you is intoxicating. This masculine feels like he's addicted to your energy. Okay? It's overwhelming for him, and he's not used to that. Let's see what's going on. So that's what was going on with him. What's going on with Divine Feminine? Divine Feminine, you're on a new start. You took a risk, okay? You're on this fresh start towards your Ace of Pentacles. You got strength because you laid down conflict. You laid down fear, worry, doubt, and anxiety. You had the strength to overcome drama and conflict, betrayal. You had the strength to overcome betrayal. Now you're in this Queen of Pentacles energy, even though you're heartbroken. You're speaking your emotional truth. You're getting your victory. You're a wounded warrior, but you're coming out as the Empress. That's what your tower, when you went to your tower, Divine Feminine, right? Which was you having to face a betrayal and like trust, learning who you could and couldn't trust. You were in that tower with God, with the divine. You faced your judgment in that tower and you came out as the Empress. The masculine is currently in that tower. He's in the tower with that devil energy, okay? He's having to face and see who those devil toxic energies are in the tower with him. He's got to see things clearly, right? So he can come out as the emperor. But what do you want to say to your divine masculine? What does Empress want to say to masculine? As he's in that tower, Empress, what would you want him to think of the most? Or what do you want him to know so he can get through that? I knew exactly what I was doing. I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson, Divine Masculine. It's like, Empress, you're seeing beyond the surface level of things. And him being in that tower, it's like I know why you're in the tower, Masculine. You think, you don't have to hold back and be stubborn and not have this conversation. You got to understand this. We should be grateful for our experience because we came back to teach each other. And so this has been a spiritual lesson for us. It says I know exactly what I was doing, but I think what it means is, masculine, I know exactly what you were doing. I know exactly what you've been up to. I know exactly why you've been defensive. I know who you're in that tower with. But I also know that you love me and you're growing. You're a spiritual being just like I'm a spiritual being, and we're both great leaders. So I feel like, Empress, you're energetically telling this masculine, you're going to be okay. You're going to pull through this. I love you. I'm sending you support. Even if the masculine thinks that you're judging him, you're not, Empress. I don't think you're judging him, even though he feels like you are. Okay? So, Empress, what do you want? What do you want for your masculine? What does the Empress want for her masculine? For this divine masculine? Commit to being the best version of yourself and enjoy the positive impact it has on your connection. You want this masculine to be the best version of himself. And look, you got 1133 and 1818. Focus on what you want rather than what you fear. A balanced mind is required at this time. So you're sending this masculine encouragement, energetically for sure, if you're not guiding him with your words, okay, or your actions. You're probably doing both. But you're kind of rooting on your masculine as he's in the tower, learning to lay those burdens down, and you're telling him, no matter what, keep pushing through. You are a good person. You're not your mistakes. You're not the things you've been through. Commit to finding your higher self. You're the best version of yourself. Think positive. Be positive. Only have positive energies around you and let go of those burdensome energies. I don't care who it is, right? This is what's required of you. Commit to being the best version of yourself, and then focus on what you want, and don't let fear stop you. Fear of what other people think, fear of failure, fear of being rejected by your partner. Don't let any fear at all stop you. I feel like you guys are mirroring each other in that, because it's 1818. I feel like you're both having to battle your fears. And you're both having to learn to focus on what you want rather than what you fear, okay? What does the masculine want to tell what does he want for his feminine? He wants you to get he wants you to receive these messages about y'all, 838. It says your angels are providing important information to you and your twin on the astral plane. He wants you to meet him on the astral plane and quit blocking him, feminine, is what I'm hearing, okay? He wants you to meet him on the astral plane. He wants you to be open to receiving a telepathic connection between him, because I feel like you have been kind of blocking it off. You got your walls up, right? You're acting like he's not special, and you're kind of closing down your energy from him. You're trying to stay away from him right now, even on the astral plane, because you've been having to focus on yourself and heal. But he wants you to be open to communicating with him again when it comes to the astral plane, for sure. He wants you to look at this. These are all yellow cards too, right? That represents the sun, but yellow represents what? I think the sacral chakra, is it? I don't know. No, it's the solar plexus, right? So this is like a powerful card, a powerful color. But he wants you to, listen for the downloads that you're receiving from him, and not be so closed off, acting like you don't care, Divine Feminine. He wants you to meet him in the astral realm. He wants to talk to you, is what I'm getting. All right, so let's see so that's what y'all want for each other. Now let's see what your higher self, your angel guide, your guidance. So masculine, we're going to see what the masculine's angels, his guidance wants him to know the most right now. And then we'll see feminine, what your angels, your guidance want you to know the most. So what does the masculine's guide want him to know the most right now? Ooh, 333. Past, present, and future energies need examining. What do you truly want moving forward? So his guides are asking him, masculine, you're going to have to look at your past, your present, and your future dreams. And you're going to have to deal with these childhood treasures. Okay? You can hold on to them and stay in the tower and carry these burdens. We're going to support you. Or you're going to have to cast them away so that you can be released from the tower. And we're going to support you. No matter what, masculine, moving forward, you do have angelic support, okay? This is the path of the ascended masters. Masculine, you and your feminine are both very great leaders. You both take leadership roles in your communities, in your family, okay? With others and in your own life. But right now, masculine... masculine's guides have him looking at his past, looking at his present, and figuring out what he wants for his future. That's that decision he's got to make, that Two of Pentacles energy. He's in this energy of having to make important decisions right now, feminine, and he's supported as he does that. All right, so for Divine Feminine, what does her guides want her to know right now? 1010. There is a divine plan in order. Let go of your need to know the future. Just be in the flow, Divine Feminine. I don't know how many times Spirit tells us that. Things are coming to a completion that need to be completed. Whether it's in your own life or this masculine or things between y'all's connection. Spirit's just telling you to stay focused and trust in the divine plan. Let go of worrying about the future. Let go of worrying about, are y'all going to be together? Are y'all going to not be together? Right? Let go of control, okay? And then on the bottom, we've got, karmic cycles are now coming to a close. So allow all parties to absorb the necessary lessons for growth. This is what it's all about. You're both having to close down karmic cycles. And that takes time. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. A forward momentum is beginning to take shape in this connection. It's step by step by step. Okay, and then you got 55. Reserve your right to say no. Enabling toxic behavior serves no one in the end. So it's almost like you had to say no to one another. Right? You're not accepting this masculine's toxic behavior, and he's not accepting your toxic behavior. So that's why you guys had to go through this separation, because you had to learn to tell each other no, to tell each other enough, tell each other I love you, but I'm not gonna sacrifice myself to feed your toxic behaviors, your ego. So instead, you guys had to separate yourselves, so you couldn't depend on the other one to feed your ego. Y'all had to go and face your shadow selves, face your ego, face these karmic cycles y'all were carrying in this connection individually and amongst each other. You had to face this stuff and take the correct action steps so that you can both move forward. And so that's what I see is going on here. But, all right, I love you guys. I like this reading. We might do more of these. Divine feminine, divine masculine energies. I kind of like talking about the process of what you've been going through. Okay. Let me see if I can get some initials to, because this is collective and a lot of it you guys are going to resonate with, right? So let's get some initials of who may be involved. Who could this reading be for, Spirit? We got an R, a D. I'm just going to pull a few. I think there's a W, an N, and a T. We'll do 2 more. So D, R, N, W, T, A, and a Y. All right. Should I pull some zodiac signs just to kind of make... Okay. We got and... Anyways, let's pull a few zodiac signs just to add to the reading for see if this may or may not be you. If I can find my zodiac cards, here they are. Okay, hold on, bear with me, y'all. All right, what are some of the zodiac signs that this reading will resonate with, Spirit? Who are some of these zodiac signs? Ooh, Taurus coming out in reverse. So that, what else? Taurus could be the karmic energy. It doesn't have to be, but Taurus. What else? Aries. Gemini. 3 more. Taurus, Aries, Gemini. Libra coming out in reverse. What else? Possibly an Aquarius. And a Scorpio. And then we got Cancer on the bottom, Pisces on the top. So those are some of the zodiac signs this could be resonating with, you or your lover or the karmics involved. So, all right, Soul Tribe, I love you guys so very much. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Please like, share, or subscribe. And let me know how you guys like this style of reading. And if you enjoy it, we'll do more of these. Bye.